Today we install the Ski Doo heated helmet connector on the Rev Gen 5 2024 Ski Doo BackCountry Adrenaline. The kit includes the heated helmet connector pre-installed on a small panel that we'll install on the Ski Doo's console and a new push nut. Of course, it includes the sheet directing you to instructions.brp.com for the latest installation instructions, which I have pulled up on my iPad during installation. Start by removing your Ski Doo's hood. This isn't difficult, but check my hood removal video for details. Loosen the console trim by popping out the two plastic retainers at the front. Use a small flathead screwdriver to pull the pin from the center. Then you can just push the retainers out from the bottom. You'll have two retainers once they're both removed. The blank panel covering the heated helmet connector installation hole is retained by a small metal push nut. Don't drop the push nut into your Ski Doo to rattle forever. I used a pair of side cutters to grasp, then remove the push nut. After the push nut is removed, the panel just pops out from the top of the console trim panel. Now we'll install the heated helmet connector by feeding the wiring harness from the top of the console trim panel. It takes a bit of fiddling to get the connector through the opening, but once you've got it, push the wiring off to the left side of the dash. Hook the bottom of the connector under the trim panel and seat the pin into the hole in the trim panel. Just like the panel we removed earlier, the heated helmet connector will be retained with a push nut, which is included in the heated helmet connector kit. I used a box end of a 7mm wrench to push the nut fully onto the heated helmet connector pin. Next, we'll reinstall the console trim panel's plastic retainers. This can be done easily without tools. Just insert the retainers through the trim panel, then push the retainers pins in fully. The heated helmet connector wiring harness has two mechanical retainers. Push the first one near the electrical connector into the provided mounting hole. The other retainer is located midway along the wiring harness. You'll have to feel around under the dash to locate the retainer and its mounting hole, then just push it into place. It's worth doing this to prevent rattles in the future. Time to power it. Remove the accessory connector from the dummy connector at the front left of the console and plug it into the heated helmet connector wiring harness. Time to reinstall our hood. Put the hood in place and push it back to latch it. Two Torx bolts with washers, one on each side just above the suspension. Two Torx bolts without washers below the gauge. Now the side panels can go back on. And that's it. We now have a heated helmet connector on our Rev Gen 5 Ski Doo. The new design is great. No holes to drill, simple plug-and-play installation, and the angle of the new connector is ideal for plugging and unplugging while riding. All that's left is to test our work. I've connected my BV2S helmet to the heated helmet connector and started the snowmobile. Special thanks to Teledyne FLIR for providing the FLIR 1 thermal imager so we can see the helmet heat up. After only 2 minutes of running, we can see that the helmet is well above ambient temperature. All we need now is some snow so we can take the 2024 Ski Doo BackCountry Adrenaline 600R for a rip.